Steph Curry, a generational talent, a four-time NBA champion, and the greatest shooter of all time. But is he actually overrated? Some critics argue he has flaws that get overlooked.
I hate to say this right now, but to be honest with you, I don't see the Golden State Warriors bringing home another championship.
First Take, you and Dominique Foxworth are going to sit on First Take and say that Steph Curry will not be in the conversation for a championship in the next 4 years.
Today, we're breaking down his game to find out the truth. We'll examine his strengths, weaknesses, and what makes him such a polarizing figure in NBA debates. Let's start with what makes Curry elite. His shooting ability is unmatched, changing the way basketball is played. But it's not just the threes. His handles, off-ball movement, and leadership make him one of the most dangerous players in the league. Unlike most superstars, Curry doesn't need the ball in his hands at all times to be effective. His ability to relocate and find open shots makes him a nightmare to defend. Just look at how defenders struggle to keep up with him. His presence alone bends defenses, opening up opportunities for teammates. And let's not forget, Curry isn't just a shooter. He's an underrated passer and playmaker, setting up his teammates with high IQ plays. His ability to create for others often goes unnoticed. Now let's address the critics.
I look at a guy like Steph Curry making the All-Star game this season, and I look at a lot of guys like Kyrie Irving, Devin Booker, De'Aaron Fox, just in this conference who had better seasons. Look, I'm gonna say the quiet thing out loud. Steph Curry should not be an All-Star.
Some say Curry struggles against physical defenses, lacks elite size, and isn't as impactful without the ball in his hands. And when the playoffs come around, does his game take a hit? Let's dive into the numbers. One common argument is that Curry can be neutralized by aggressive defense. Teams like the Cavaliers in 2016 and the Raptors in 2019 used traps and physicality to limit his impact. Without a secondary scorer to take pressure off him, Curry has sometimes struggled in these situations. Then there's the question of his finals performances. While he's had incredible moments, there have been games where his shooting has disappeared. Does that mean he's not as dominant in the biggest moments? Or is it just a case of high defensive attention? While Steph is an offensive genius, he does have weaknesses. His defense has been questioned throughout his career, and at times he's prone to turnovers. Let's take a closer look at these areas. At 6'2", Curry isn't the biggest or most athletic guard. Opposing teams often target him in defensive matchups, especially in the playoffs. While he's improved his effort and team defense, he's still not a lockdown defender. Another criticism is turnovers. Because Curry plays at such a fast pace and takes risks, he sometimes makes sloppy passes or forces plays. While his offensive production outweighs his mistakes, this is an area where he could be more disciplined. So is Steph Curry actually overrated? The truth is, it depends on how you define overrated. He's undoubtedly one of the most influential players in the NBA history and the greatest shooter ever. His impact on winning is undeniable, but he's not without flaws. When comparing him to other legends like Magic Johnson or Oscar Robertson, some argue that Curry's size and defense put him a tier below. Others believe his impact on modern basketball makes him a top-tier all-time great. Now it's your turn. Is Curry overrated, underrated, or just right? Does his weakness outweigh his greatness, or does his impact speak for itself? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more NBA content.